you to live stream coverage here from Nogales, Arizona, as the Buena Colts boys basketball team will be taking on Nogales tonight, live here in Nogales. I'm Todd Ryan, along with Bill McCulloch from 520 Sports. Thank you so much for joining us on our live stream broadcast here tonight. And want to thank, of course, SSVEC. Huge shout out to our presenting live sports sponsor, serving our community. And Bill McCulloch, big game for the both teams really tonight that you were telling me off the air.
Yeah, Nogales, it's home court pride, and they're probably right in the middle of the pack as far as the standings, but they don't have as much to lose as Buena does. Buena, there's 3 games left in regular season. Buena's got Nogales here on the road tonight. They go home for Desert View. Desert View is in last place in the 5A Southern. And then the big matchup next week against Cienega. Now, Buena is sitting currently in second place with a 7-1 conference record, 13-2 overall. Cienega is an 11-0 conference and 14-1. So, winner, I don't know how they do the tiebreaker, Todd, because Cienega beat Buena earlier in the year at the Martin Luther King tournament. But it should be, they should be focused. This time of the year, you got 3 games left. If you're not focused, then there's something wrong. And it should be a really good game at Cienega. And that will separate the top 2 teams. I see that both teams will most likely, almost assuredly, go in the AIA playoffs. It's just right now you're fighting for overall seeding.
Now, Bill, how is Nogales so far this season in your research so far?
Nogales is, let me just went away from the page there for a second. Nogales is in, I believe, 4th place, and they are 2-4, they're 3-7 in conference, 5-10 overall. But don't let the records really fool you, because I didn't break down really the game by game, and they could have lost a bunch of games for the close scores. But once again, you're at their place, and you got to bring your A game. Doesn't really matter how good or bad they are. They got the crowd behind them. They've got an excellent student band tonight, and I'm sure you'll probably hear them throughout the broadcast. And should be hopefully a good game. We had the blowout we already got rid of last game, so hopefully looking for a good game. But Wayne is focused. I talked briefly to Coach Dennis Baker before the game. Yeah, they're ready to roll, and let's see what happens.
Big thank you to TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Thank you as well to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. They've pioneered a visionary approach, customer-centric service. Visit them today at prestigesierravista.com. Thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors as well. And we're going to stand here for the national anthem. Well, we're almost set to get underway. These are 8-minute quarters here tonight. Desert RV in Huachuca City is one of our sponsors we want to give a shout out to as well, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, just like this one, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to desertrvcenter.com. Bill McCulloch, we're ready to get underway here with the tip-off.
Getting ready for the opening tip. Like Todd said, 8-minute quarters in high school, a 35-second shot clock. So keep that in mind. We did not have a shot clock with Benson Tombstone the other night. And Buena controls the tip. Adam Nelson at the point running the show. They're going to kick it down to the left baseline. Tip pass over the right wing. Puts up a 15-footer. Rolls around and out, but Buena there to try to clean up the mess, and the Apaches come away with the rebound. Out top, and it's going to be picked up by Buena. Can they convert? Little 6-footer, no good. And once again, the shortest guy on the court got the rebound. That's just good boxing out if you know your basketball fundamentals. Nogales working it around, trying to look inside into the post. They get it in there a little too deep, has to kick it back out, and back out top to set it up again. Over to the left wing, he's going to take a 16-footer and can it. And Nogales on the board first, 2-0. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Glad you could join us here tonight. Into Welker. Oh, couldn't hang on to it, but he did get fouled, so the ball will stay down at Buena's end. They'll take it out underneath the basket, looking for their first points. Shot clock reset to 35. And just waiting for the officials to get ready. Here we go. Buena inbounds it and starting out on top, working it around. Welker, high post right now. He can hit it from 3. Don't sleep on him. Still trying to get it inside. Nogales with a 2-3 zone, trying to pack that paint. And over to the left wing, he's going to dribble a couple times, and almost stolen by Nogales. Back to the right baseline, he'll put it up. No good, Edge bouncing around. And once again, Nogales cleans up the board. 3-0 in favor of the Apaches. Little 12-footer from the left baseline, no good. And here comes Buena. Ricardo Brooks with the ball. He's going to kick it out top. And Buena loses it. So a turnover there, and the Apaches down on offense. A lot of bodies in the paint, and Welker comes away with a loose ball. Here comes Buena on the run, pushing it. Going to swing it around to the left wing. Trying to get it back to Wombat. He's wide open, but they don't see him. And a steal for Nogales, and they convert on the turnover. 5-0 Apaches. 5:23 left to go here in the opening quarter. And a timeout for Dennis Baker. Doesn't like what he's seeing out there so far. They've gone nearly 3 minutes without scoring, Todd, and that's unlike a Buena.
Yeah, that is for sure here. Good move by Coach Dennis Baker to try to get this team
calm them down a little bit.
yeah, calm down, get him back in sync here. A big thank you to our folks at Stan Greer Millworks. Want to always thank our sponsors here, Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows with a distinguished history spanning 40 years. With offices in Tucson and Hereford. Discover more at stangreermillworks.com. Pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks. And also thanks to Ed Morse Automotive Group, always supporters of our youth athletics and our coverage here on Cool FM Live. Cochise County is now backed by Morse.
Back to live action here. Nelson with the ball goes down to the right baseline, about a 15-footer, and there's Buena's first score on a nice jump shot. 5-2 now, coming up on the 5-minute mark, and a steal by Buena. Here come the Colts. They've got numbers, and almost a walk, but he did hold up down inside in the block. He's trying to get it, and nothing doing as the Apaches come away with the rebound. Shot up, no good, and Buena clears the boards. Brooks trying to pass it inside, but stolen instead. Long pass down to the Apaches on the left side. He got Welker up in the air, missed the shot, and Buena will take it out. On the Nogales side of the timeline. Under 4.5 minutes left to go. Low scoring game, 5-2, Todd. Working it around the perimeter. Now he's down inside on the block. Turnaround 4-footer. Nice shot, nice soft touch. And that pulls Buena within 1 point at 5-4. Once again, the ball turned over to the Colts. Here they come on the run. Up and missed, and it's going to go the other way. White ball, and the Apaches will get possession.
3:49 left to go here in the first quarter. Looks like another timeout call, Bill.
Yeah, I think it's this time Nogales is calling the timeout. They started out fast, had a 5-0 lead. Buena scored the last 2 possessions to pull within 1. So this is the kind of game we like, not necessarily low scoring, but close.
Thanks to American Southwest Credit Union. They're fired up to cheer on our hometown athletes. We believe youth sports build character and the kind of community spirit that makes us proud. At American Southwest Credit Union, your money stays local. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. American Southwest Credit Union with locations all over Cochise County, including Sierra Vista, Arizona. All right, timeout complete. 1-point game early on here.
So Nogales with possession. They were the ones that called timeout. Buena setting up into their 3/4 court trap. Actually, full court press now because they've got a man on the ball. And like we said in previous games, the way to beat the press is diagonal passing, keeping the ball in the middle. 10-footer from the right baseline, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be possession Buena. So Brooks now playing the point guard. Inside high post, a little pusher behind, no call. They get it down to the right baseline. Once again, puts it up. A little off, and he looks like he's gonna be called for a push-off on the rebound. Nice box out by the Apaches. And Buena a little too anxious, climbing the back. Still 5-4 here with now 3:24 left. Buena Nogales having a difficult time getting it in. And over the timeline, almost walked. Off his knee on the dribble. Here comes Buena with the turnover. All the way, coast to coast. Misses the layup. He's got to convert those when you have a wide open layup like that. And like Todd and I were talking before, you know, those are the kind of plays that when you get into the AIA playoffs, you got to make. You cannot have missed layups, especially on a breakaway. Oh, Apaches with numbers as Buena slow getting back off the trap, and they throw it away. So Buena lucked out on that one as they were slow getting back on defense, and they'll take the ball out on the far sideline. Looking inside, now kicks it back out to the elbow. Three-pointer off the mark. Buena fighting for the rebound, and Nelson gets it. And an offensive foul on Buena. And if that's Welker, that's his second foul, Todd. He may have to do some bench time. Don't want to get that third foul, especially in the first quarter.
Yeah, 2:42 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Nogales up 5-4.
So once again, Buena in their trapping defense. Nogales over the timeline, kicked away from behind. It's going to stay Nogales possession, and they'll get the ball out underneath their own basket. Out top on the inbounds. And that's going to be a backcourt if he touches it. There it is on an errant pass from Nogales, and that'll give the ball back over to Buena. Also want to thank our viewers coming in from 520 Sports Talk in Pima, Pinal, Santa Cruz, and Cochise counties. Glad to bring you high school basketball here from the city of Nogales. Having a little difficulty was Sebastian Espindola, trying to get the ball over the timeline. Buena knocked the ball away, so Nogales retains possession. And that's where you don't want to be, is right in the corner. Good move to move it to the middle. Nogales trying to work it in. Drive on the left side, kicks it to the middle. Nice pass and scores. So 7-4 Nogales. Wombat loses the ball down to Ricardo Brooks, and they're going the other way. Welker with the ball, kicks it back out behind him. He's going to drive right side, hold up. Welker with a 12-footer, smooth as silk. Love Thomas Welker, very good basketball player. And back down to a 1-point deficit for Buena, 7-6. Nogales quickly down the floor, converts. And that's one thing when you play a trapping team, if you can get it quickly over half court, you usually have a pretty easy shot because you'll have the numbers. So 9-6 now. You're going to drive the right baseline, go strong to the hoop, off the mark, and Nogales takes control. Buena trapping in the backcourt, having problems. Now here comes Nogales. Once again, now they got the numbers. Drives, puts a wild shot up, probably not advisable, and back come the Colts. And nice coast-to-coast action, 9-8 now. That was Adam Nelson on that nice drive. From the elbow, about 17 feet away, rolls around and out, and it's going to be Buena ball. So I'm not sure what's going on with the clock.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. I think it
shows 27 minutes and 86 seconds.
Not reality.
So here comes Buena now. Here it is. It's under 20 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Dangerous pass. Nelson with the ball, kicks it back out to the right wing. Welker puts the ball up and in. That's a 2-pointer, so Buena with a 1-point lead. Here comes Nogales, last second shot, in and out, and that's the end of the first quarter as Buena comes back and takes a 1-point lead, 10-9, and a very competitive quarter, Todd. Both teams, I think 2 points was the largest lead for either team.
Yeah. This Nogales team is a scrappy little team, at least so far in the first quarter. They're looking good in the first quarter. They're coming out to win this game tonight. They're giving it their best shot.
I'm wondering if it's senior night this late in the season. I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like. But.
Well, big thank you to all of our sports sponsors here. SSVEC, our presenting sponsor, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Seniors helping seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at Southern Arizona SHS. Seniors helping seniors, one of our big sports sponsors. And we're ready to get underway here with the second quarter of play. Finally, for the first time in the game, the Colts pull ahead 10-9.
So a very competitive game so far, at least in the first quarter. Nogales will take the possession first here to start the second. And I don't think the clock guy was ready for that one. So we'll do it again. Tell you, it was a nice drive down here, at least from Marana to Nogales. Very picturesque on down the 19 freeway.
Very windy kind of drive.
Yeah, for you coming from Sierra
You really
Vista,
do have to kind of pay attention, especially at night.
I would imagine. I can't imagine. Okay, so I don't know what we're waiting for. Like one of the officials is at the score table, and Coach Baker comes over to see what's going on.
Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC, Sierra Vista, they believe in top-notch customer service. The customer is always number one and their satisfaction. Go to prestigesierravista.com and learn more about the Prestige way. Oh, we have looks like a free shot here.
Looks like we have a technical foul. I don't know what that's about, but what's that? So apparently it was a scorer's table thing. Buena apparently had a player that was not listed on the official scorer's table roster, and Nogales will shoot the free throw and get the ball back. So they'll get the ball on the side. They missed both free throws, had a chance to go ahead, but missed both free throws, and they'll still retain possession. Inside high post, kicks it to the right wing. And he turned the ball over. You don't see that very often, Todd, in today's game. That's a carry. He had his hand underneath the bottom of the ball and turned it over. So turnover goes back to the Colts. Booker tried to go inside, nothing doing there. Here come the Apaches back to the top. He's going to get it to the right baseline into the box. Going to go up hard, and he traveled. Turned around after he already established his pivot foot and then changed it up, and they'll get you every time for that one. Ball back to the Colts. 7:28 and counting here until halftime. Going to kick it way out by the timeline. Nice recovery by Marlon Holmes. And once again, Buena turns the ball over. And it was just laying on the floor. A lot of passing, but finally converting and extending the lead to 12-9 now, just under 7 minutes left to go. Marlon Humes, once again, the recipient of getting the ball, the loose ball, and then putting it in after a couple of attempts. But I like what Buena's doing. They're crashing the boards because they know this Apache team is scrappy and they've got to win the rebound battle if they're going to take this game.
Yeah, they got to get back the control of this game.
Still a one-possession game, 12-9.
Thank at Morse Automotive Group, Sierra Vista. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by Morse. We thank the good folks over there at Ed Morse Automotive Group for always being a supporter of our youth athletes and our sports coverage year-round here on Cool FM Live. You can catch this game on our Facebook page and on YouTube and 520 Sports as well.
Nogales setting up. Here comes the Buena press. Once again, keeping the ball in the middle. That's the way to do it. Across the timeline. Still hawking the ball and stealing it, but gets away from Aviku. Probably Chuko, I guess. Pardon me for the mispronunciation. And after all said and done, back over to the Apaches. They try the long ball. Now they've got some numbers and double dribbles, so the Apaches had perfect opportunities to score in the last couple of possessions. Got a traveling call and a double dribble and a turnover, a palming the ball. So Buena still with that 12-9 lead and the ball. Out to Humes. He's going to go down to the left baseline, kick it back out. Thought about it. And he's going to drive right baseline, put it up, and big number 40, Nicholas Molina, said, get that stuff out of here, not in my house. So 6:16 left on the clock, and the ball goes back to the Apaches. Neither team scoring in their last two or three possessions. And, all things considered, Todd, a very low-scoring game so far.
For sure, yeah. A lot of missed baskets.
A lot of missed baskets and a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers, yeah.
From the left wing, nothing but net. And that's going to tie it up on that three-pointer. We're even at 12.
And as soon as I say missed baskets, they score.
Exactly. Under 6 minutes left to go now till halftime. Ball knocked away. Buena will keep it. They'll take it out underneath the basket.
It's 12-12 right now. 5:51 to go in the first half.
Looking for a cutter. They're just going to get it out to Humes. From the left baseline, no good by Padilla. He's going to try it again, maybe. Now he's going to take it, thought otherwise, and get it back out top, set it back up. Skip pass to Padilla, almost lost it. And gets it back out top. They're trying to get Padilla isolated. He's going to drive, going up and under, and a nice play for the layup, and that's going to give Buena back the lead 14-12. Buena with that ball-hawking defense, extending the defense all the way between the top of the key and the timeline. Almost stolen, but Apaches get control. Up and under themselves, no good, a little short. Buena on the run, here they come. Back out to Padilla, he's running the point now. And a stolen by Nogales, but recovered by Buena. As Padilla takes it down, he's going to pull up for a 13-footer, no good. And a nice offensive rebound by Thomas Welker. Doesn't convert, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots on the foul. 4:36 left to go. Colts up by a couple, 14-12. And Welker at the line. First one up and in, so 15-12 now. Wambach and Brooks coming back in the game for the Colts. So Brooks will probably take over at the point guard from Padilla. Offensive board for Buena, puts up a 16-footer and cans it. And actually a 17-footer, because that's a three-pointer, and up 18-12, their largest lead of the game with under 4.5 minutes left to go. Nogales turning the ball over now quite a bit, and here comes Welker off the turnover. Over to Brooks. Three-pointer off the mark and hit the top of the backboard, which is out of bounds, and that'll turn the ball back over to the Apaches. Here comes Welker. Little fadeaway, no good. Should have used the backboard, but the Apaches come away with it. All long down, pass down court, and up and in. And that's the first basket for Nogales in a long time. 18-14 now. Still Colts with the lead. Cross-court pass is intercepted, and once again, Nogales makes them pay for it. Over to the right baseline. Long jumper out. And here comes the Apaches once again. 3:14 on the clock. They're going to trap him on the side there. Gets it away and knocked out of bounds by Buena. Apaches looking for the inbounds, get it in over to the right wing. Little give and go play. A lot of contact, no foul. Put back up, no good. And here come the Colts on the run. And a nice in the air conversion by Thomas Welker. And that puts the lead to 16 for Nogales, 20 for Buena. Under 3 minutes left to go here till halftime. Ball stolen away by Brooks. Inside to Welker, nice pass. Oh, reverse layup misses. You got to convert those. Nice effort by Welker, however, and here come the Apaches. Before they set up the trap, and that was a walk. You saw his big guy going from the top of the key down the lane. He got big guys, but he took a step before the pass. So once again, a turnover from Nogales at the 2:25 mark. And Avachuco will take it out of bounds right in front of the bench. Brooks surveying the defense. They're in a kind of a modified 1-3-1. Baseline three-pointer, up and good. So a nice shot for Buena, and that's 23-16 now as Nogales is forced to call a timeout.
Big thank you to all of our sports sponsors, including TWN Communications, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV in Wichita City, aiming to build a company that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to desertrvcenter.com and check out the selection. One of the largest selections in the area, and you're going to get a great deal all the time. They don't need to do sales at Desert RV Center. They give you a great deal all the time. Well, Buena looking much better as we come to the end of the first half, Bill.
Yeah, starting to open up things a little bit. Remember, they were ahead 10-9 at the end of the first quarter. So they are on a 13-7 run here in this quarter. And Nogales with the ball. They've learned to anticipate that Buena trap and getting the ball away before the trap gets settled, but still having a hard time with their cutters. Little 14-foot fadeaway, no good. And fighting for the ball still. Wambach finally gets the rebound into Brooks. He's going to kick it back out. The Wambach, little short runner, no good. Kick it to the right baseline. And once again, that's money for Gabe Padilla. 26-16, now a 10-point lead, double digits, Todd. And once again, a Apache turnover. Welker comes up with it, gives it to Padilla, running three-pointer. And I'll tell you, Padilla is on fire. That's three three-pointers in a row. And that really opened up the scoring. Now a 13-point lead, 29-16. Nogales trying to stop the run here from Buena. Little shot from the left baseline. It's a two-pointer. And 29-19. Under a minute to go here, 43.2 seconds. Once again, we got the hundredths. That's what it is on the clock.
Oh, yeah, they got it down to...
They got it down to a hundredth of a second. So Buena with the ball, plenty of time. Try to see if they go 2 for 1 possession here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. There's about a 7-second difference. You definitely got to get on to Padilla. He's crushed him the last 3 possessions. Nogales with good defense, but can't get the rebound. And Buena will play for the last shot of the half. Whistle on the play. And it looks like Coach Dennis Baker is going to call a timeout, Todd, to set up a play. So you got plenty of time, 15.2 seconds to go, and trying to crack that 30-point mark here. 29-19, 10-point lead here in Nogales.
Coming up at halftime, Bill, we're going to have a little halftime interview back in the studio with our sports guys interviewing senior Hudson Haymore of the Buena Colts wrestling team. Perfect. He got his 100th win. Wow. Not too long ago. And we're going to be interviewing him for a few minutes during halftime. So if you missed that interview on our sports show, check it out. We'll have it for you at halftime. And then that'll be a nice little halftime interview to showcase here during our halftime interval here.
Indeed, and congratulations to that young man. That's quite an accomplishment. 100 victories in wrestling. So even though I played football, I didn't mess with the wrestlers. They're a different breed.
They really are. It's a tough sport.
It is.
Hunter looking
Mad respect for wrestling.
Yeah, he's looking to get back to state this year and
there we
maybe
go.
A state championship as he ends his senior year.
So 15.2 seconds. Let's see what Coach Baker drew up. Just kind of looking and waiting. Drives to the hoop, uses the right hand, no good. Welker fighting for the rebound, and it's going to go off a Buena player's leg. Jeremy Booker tried to get an isolation drive, and the Nogales defense pinched him off. And that'll do it for the first half of this one, with the Buena Colts coming out in the second quarter and establishing some dominance, scoring 19 points in that quarter to 10 points for Nogales. And where we stand right now, 29-19 at halftime. And we'll give it over to the studio guys.
All right, Dan the Man back at the studio. Take it away. We'll be back here in another 10 minutes or so, maybe a little sooner than that. But stay tuned for this very special interview with Hunter Haymore on his 100th wrestling victory. 29-19, the Buena Colts in the lead at the half here in Nogales, Arizona. Back to Dan the Man in the studio.
Let's check out the Seniors Helping Seniors sports news.
For our local sports news, guess what, guys? We got another great interview coming up for you, so please check this one out.
Well, welcome. How are you doing? This is John Berger, Jared Young, and Young Hudson Haymore from Buena Colts History Wrestling. He's one of our historical stats on one of our shows. Hudson, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So you had 100 wrestling wins, is that true?
That is very true.
Man, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Hudson. You go to Buena High School, and you're a senior this year. What's going on?
Right now I'm just wrestling and hoping that getting ready for sectionals.
All right, and you are also a football player as well.
Was.
What position?
I played outside linebacker.
Oh my gosh! So we've got one of the Haymore boys. We're very proud to have Jared.
So, current weight class, Hudson, you were wrestling in for the Buena wrestling team.
Right now I'm wrestling 65, but I was wrestling 50.
Okay, so you went up in weight class. All right, so your current record as far as duels and all your overall record this year so far.
I can tell you I don't have it memorized.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but you said you were ranked 8th in your weight class.
Yes, it was.
And so that's statewide, right? Okay, so statewide you're ranked in the top 8, which is a great accomplishment so far. And so give me a rundown, if you can, of your invitational results this year as far as tournaments. What have you done?
I've wrestled in every single tournament we've gone to. I've made it almost to every single one into the blood rounds. One I ended up placing 5th at. My weight class at 57 has been tough this year.
Awesome.
A lot
Now,
of tough competition.
explain to the audience what the blood round is. Because
So
not many people know that term. They'd be like, "What is this blood round? What is
so
wrestling's getting deep down now."
the blood round is like in a double elimination tournament. It's if you lose a match, you wrestle up all the way until trying to get
Constellation
to
bracket.
constellations.
You're moving all the way up, and
Yeah.
the highest you can get into is 3rd, right?
Yeah, normally place 5th or 6th
Okay.
tournaments. So you wrestle there, and then blood rounds is the match. If you win that match, you place no matter what, and if you lose, and you don't.
Wow. You've had quite a few of those blood rounds that you've had to go through.
Sadly, yeah.
Well, that's okay. Hey, but this is one of those states that I think gets overlooked. State of Arizona, as far as the where Arizona is ranked, as far as having some of the best wrestlers in the nation. I mean, we've had Roman Bravo Young. We have the movie about Anthony Robles. I mean, there's just so many kids that have made such incredible impacts in the sport of wrestling here in our state. So, now that you're contributing to that as far as, so what's next on the blocks for you? You said you were getting ready for sectionals. Now, when is that going to take place?
Sectionals is going to take place on the 14th,
That's going to be in
February.
Phoenix or Mountain Tucson?
I believe it's going to be at Flowing Wells High
Flowing
School.
Wells High School. Okay, same place it was last year.
Yeah.
How was your results last year from sectional?
I ended up placing 4th, I believe, sectionals.
You went to state
Yeah.
qualified. How did you end up with your wrestling season last year?
Like
You went to state.
yeah,
so-
I went to state and won a match in state. I ended up getting hurt
Okay.
at state.
Okay.
So I
You
didn't
feel like you're a lot healthier this year and in better shape, and
sorta. Wrestling always has a toll on someone's body
Sure.
later in
Sure.
the season.
now speaking of that question, that part of it, what do you think you can say you've learned the most from? What has it done for you as a person, not only on the mat but off?
Well, I would say it's a lot of hard work and dedication. Dedication for one thing, because every now and then you gotta miss a meal to make weight. You gotta work hard. You gotta lose the weight, and it keeps you away from temptations.
Sacrifice, so you're giving up a lot of things. That's very cool. Now, so Hudson, we talked a little bit before the show about your life after high school. So let's go. Well, not even after high school. There's something you plan to do right after wrestling, involving large animals. Can you tell me about this?
So right after wrestling, I want to start trying some bull riding before.
Oh my!
Whoa.
So we got a bull rider.
Okay.
So that's the next thing that comes up. And after that, you plan, like, next year, you possibly going on a mission?
Well, I'll probably be leaving on my mission sometime in the summer.
Okay, this summer. And then how long do you leave for?
We're gone for 2 years.
Oh my gosh, so 2 years.
You don't even find out until that day, right? They keep it from you.
They give you a heads up where you're going, but I'm still in the process of getting my paperwork. I haven't got my call yet.
And that sounds like a really cool situation. Now, after your mission, you're planning to come back, and we were talking about possibly a trade school. And so what are you thinking of doing for that?
I want to do electrical and plumbing, and then start my own electrical plumbing business. Sports in that trade.
See, that's what we need more of, is trade schools that have sports. I swear, like, if everybody's heard my opinion on this, nobody cares. But
happen.
Yeah, that's very cool, and I'm crossing my fingers, hoping for you, because we need more rich people in town, and this guy's going to be an electrician and a plumber. I need someone to get a loan from, so I'm going to be I'm just messing with you. Dude, so that's a really cool situation to be planning for. That's, you plan to be a blessing to this community, and that's very cool to us. All of us here at Cool FM, we really thank you so much.
You.
So your best memory, well, real quick, your best memory so far, sport of wrestling. So I know there's a lot, because there's so many matches and stuff, so it's an individual kind of sport, so it does add up in years. But what's your best memory so far?
So I have a few of them.
Okay.
I would say from my freshman year was me qualifying for state. I wrestled a kid at sectionals that beat me 4 times in the season. And I had to beat him in the blood rounds to make it to state. And I ended up by 2 points, making it to state.
That's
So
good stuff.
he was pretty confident, and you went in there. Oh man, David versus Goliath, man, that's very cool.
Good stuff right there.
That was probably my favorite. And another memories about wrestling is that I loved just staying in the hotels at state with all the team.
Yeah.
A lot of good times.
Eating all the food
Uh-huh.
after weigh-ins.
Yeah, after weigh-ins, you can go nuts. Because
Man, our weigh-ins were like an hour before. It was ridiculous. Back when Jared and I, back 150 years ago, when things weren't quite so healthy, our weigh-in was quite a bit shorter. But that's really cool. We really appreciate. So thank you so much, Hudson, for coming in. It sounds like you've got quite a bright future, and you've already accomplished a lot. We thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, this is Hudson Haymore.
Great having Hudson Haymore on the show. An amazing wrestler. He's doing great things this year. And also, he was a standout football player for the Buena Colts as well. So it was great having him on. Again, he comes from the super athletic Haymore family. They dominate in everything that they do. And it was great to have him on board the show today.
Yeah, last week's player of the week. So
Yeah.
Two of
So
them.
he named him as a player of the week last week. We got him here for an interview this week. Guys, we're trying to bring you good players and coaches week after week.
Same button turns it on or the top button? Yeah. Had it upside down.
Yeah. Never on this side. We're dealing with.
Are they still doing that interview?
All right, folks. We welcome you back to coverage. Apparently, Todd Ryder here, by the way, with Bill McCulloch from 520 Sports in Tucson. As we wind down the halftime, apparently it is senior night, I gather, tonight?
Well, it's prom. I was talking to some of the people. They do prom on football, or not prom, they do homecoming for football and basketball, which I think is kind of neat.
Hi.
And don't see that too often, but that's kind of a...
We don't know what the hell it was. It's not coming this time of the year.
But kind of a neat little niche here down in Nogales. Inside the gym here, they are definitely very traditionally strong, not only in spirit line and cheer and palm. So we're going to set up a show with the cheer team hopefully soon. I'm going to call them tomorrow. If you are a 520 Sports Talk viewer, we will get them on the show. Back to live action. Buena with the first possession of the game, up by 10, 29-19. Booker dribbling around, gets it back out up top. And Wambach with the ball. He feeds it inside to a cutting Booker and puts it in 31-19 as Buena draws first blood here in the second half. Nogales kicks it up. They're going to try a 16-footer from the left or right baseline and hit every part of the rim, Todd, and went in. So 31-22, 9-point advantage for Buena. Little UCLA weave there, trying to get it inside to Welker. He's going to kick it back out to the right baseline, and looks like they're trying to set it back up again. Nelson pinched off in the lane. Brooks, top of the key three-pointer, rolls around and out, and the Apaches clean up the rebound. Buena with the trapping defense, once again extending that defense all the way through the half court. And pass behind him is intended for Andres Mercado. And Buena gets the turnover. 6.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 9 points, Buena lead. Welker from the top of the key three, no good. And once again, Nogales with the rebound. Plaza Vilbaso got the ball tapped out of bounds. They'll keep it, and Yael Navarro will take it out for the Apaches. Boy, he should have shot that one. He was wide open. But instead, they go to the left baseline for a three, missed. Long pass out to Buena. Here they come, the Colts on the run. Cannot convert. And back the other way come the Apaches. They got numbers. Spin in the lane. A little out of control. And gets it back in. And looks like a reach in as he was trying to do that spin move. Mercado driving to the basket. Non-shooting foul, so it'll take out underneath the Nogales basket. Almost a 5-second call. They finally get it in. Mercado having a little hard time with that Buena defense. And once again, here comes Buena on the turnover. Welker. Welker took matters into his own hands and just went coast to coast. 33-22, 11-point lead as Nogales hits the jumper, Omar Perez, and back to a 9-point Buena advantage. Little floater inside, up and in by Nelson, and back to a 13-point lead. Excuse me, 11-point lead. Almost intercepted by Buena once again with that ball hawking defense. Whistle blows and a timeout called by Gilbert Lopez, the Nogales coach, trying to settle his guys down. Right now they're just kind of trading baskets, Todd, and Nogales has not been able to cut into that Buena advantage so far.
And we got another timeout here. A timeout for thanking one of our sponsors, TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve at TWN Communications. Thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at Southern Arizona SHS.com or Google them as well as Seniors Helping Seniors. Big thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. Fired up to cheer on our hometown athletes. They believe in supporting our youth athletes and this community spirit that they give by supporting our local sports teams. American Southwest Credit Union.
So back to live action, just a shade under 5 minutes, 4:57 left to go here in the third quarter after the Nogales timeout. And they'll take it out right in front of their bench. Drive in the middle, kind of a fall away, 6-footer, no good, in and out. Buena comes along with the rebound. Pass down low. Nice defensive recovery by Nogales. Shot from the outside is off, and here come the Apaches once again. Over to the right, he's going to drive baseline, kicks it back out to the middle, and that extra pass is good for a basket for 35-26. Buena going to go inside. He's got it deep in the box. And I think he tried to push off. It looks like that was the call. Offensive foul against the Colts. And that'll give the ball back to Nogales. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. High post. He's going to take the 17-footer. Just a little short. Fight for the rebound. Buena comes away with it. Deep pass down court. That's the left hand. Up and in on the fast break point. Nice. Adam Nelson with that shot. Nogales trying to keep pace with Buena. And that's going to be a backcourt. As soon as he touches it, he's going to let it roll out of bounds. And ball goes over to the Colts. 3:42, Todd, left to go. And Buena still maintaining that double-digit lead by 11, 37-26.
Here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the game turned around in the second quarter with Buena kind of being more dominant. He passed into the post, little fall away from 6, puts it up and in. Once again, Nelson with the basket. You don't see too many guards go into the key against the trees and be successful, but he sure did. Once again, pressure outside. They're going to do high post right down the gut. Kick it over to the left baseline. 8-footer, no good. And here come the Colts on the run. Lost the ball, and once again, back go the Apaches, and they can't convert. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it's going to be Buena ball at the 3:03 mark. 39-26 here in the third quarter. Both teams like to play up and down. The shot clock has not even been close to running down low. And stolen away by the Apaches, up and in on the layup. And 39-28, back to 11. Quickly down court, he puts up a shot, no good. Brooks, just kind of a wild shot. Not sure Coach Baker wanted that one. And Apaches with the ball, trying to get away from that Buena defense. Buena all over the place on defense as Welker comes away with the steal, but tapped away from him. Scramble for the ball down low. And back to the Apaches. Nicholas Molina there, the big guy, helping out. Long three-pointer from the right baseline, and hit the rim, went straight up and right through the net. So the Apaches haven't been this close in a while, Todd. Down to 8, 39-31. Little runner once again, and I'll tell you, Nelson is a really good runner shooter. That's a difficult shot to convert. Once again, Nelson with the steal, and with the right-handed layup, and up and in. And so just as Nogales started to get close, down only by 8, 4 quick points by the Colts put the lead back up to 12 points, 43-31, and a $1:33 left to go here in the third quarter.
Thank you to Stan Greer Millworks, Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows, with a distinguished history spanning 40 years. With offices in Tucson and in Hereford, discover more at stangreermillworks.com. Pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks. Thank you to the good folks at Ed Morse Automotive Group, big supporters of youth athletes and our youth sports coverage. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by Morse, and they're proud to back our youth athletes, like the athletes you see right here on your screen, those young Buena Colts basketball players, hoping to get into the playoffs this year and hopefully get far. But they've got a tough nemesis in first place right now, Cienega, Bill.
That's going to be a good game next Wednesday, but they got to take care of business tonight and against Desert View. This time of the season, you don't want to overlook anybody, even if they're in last place, because you want to peak right about now, coming up with the AIA state playoffs just around the corner.
Yeah, and we'll have that Cienega game, Bill. I think possibly you will be doing the game.
I will be doing the game.
Okay, we're looking forward to that broadcast, and I'll probably be joining you on that one. So
that'll be great. Nogales trying to get a shot, and they're going to have to set it up again. There goes the big guy. Let's see if he can convert. A lot of contact and no fouls. The one thing I've noticed about this game, Todd, is the refs are letting them play. There's not a lot of ticky-tack fouls, but
that's a good point.
I think that should have been a foul down there. He got hammered, but once again, Buena with the steal. Three-pointer. Oh, that's the first shot he's missed, Nelson, in the last 4 attempts, and he's going to set it back up. Buena running cutters along the baseline. Low post. Turnaround jumper. Wambach got it stuffed. And here come the Apaches. Nogales, and looks like we may have an injury on the play. I think when he jumped up to get the ball, I think he came down on the Buena player's foot and rolled his ankle. That's a painful injury, I'll tell you. I've had a couple of those in my career, and they are not fun. And actually, sometimes it takes a long time to rehab that injury.
Looks like he's back up, Bill.
Back up, trying to walk it off like a warrior. And I guess he's going to stay in the game. That's good news for Nogales, and we're glad to see he's not seriously hurt. Buena on offense. And I was calling Padilla Nelson. That was my error. Gabe Padilla was, he's just gone off this quarter. And apologize for that error on my part. But nevertheless, Buena up by 12 and 27.3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Over the timeline, and once again, Buena steals the ball. Abachuco back down. Here's Padilla over to the right or the left wing, little short, scramble for the ball. It's one-on-one. Let's see if the Apaches can convert. Fall-away jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. Close to the end line, but Buena comes up with it. And Padilla just runs out the clock. So at the end of three quarters, the Colts up 43-31. Still haven't quite put it away yet, Todd, but they've got a nice lead and a big hole for Nogales to try to dig themselves out in the final 8 minutes.
Thank you to our good friends at Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving Southeast Arizona, Cochise County, Tucson area for over 50 years. We thank Troy and the gang over at Barnett's for supporting our youth sports coverage here on Cool FM Live. If you're ever in need of a tow truck, gosh, I hope you never are, think of Barnett's. At that moment, 24/7 service for you if you are ever stranded. All right. Timeout complete.
End of the quarter.
Yep. We've got one more quarter to go, Bill. 8 more minutes left of basketball.
So let's see what Buena does defensively. Do you think they're going to go for the jugular and keep that defense extended all the way out to half court? Or do you think they're going to kind of draw back and pack the paint? Let's see what happens. Nogales gets the ball first. And up the court they came. Little 10-footer on the left baseline, no good, but nice defensive play by Buena to throw the ball off of the defender. Caden Leah with the nice play. Falling down, wanted the foul was Wamba. No call on the play as the Apaches come away with the ball. Drive down to the right down the middle. About a 12-footer and off the mark, no good. They're still fighting for the rebound. Kick it back out. Over to the left baseline. He's going to drive, put it up, and draw the contact for a foul. And that'll send him to the line for 2 shots. Adon Vasa Vilbaso at the line. I'm definitely earning my money with some of these last names tonight. First shot up and in. So 43-32 now at 7:16 left to go. He'll get one more. Remember that Little League game, Todd, we did where I think the Northern California team had some crazy last names.
Oh, yeah.
Second shot off the mark.
I'm glad it was you pronouncing them and not me.
That's right. Padilla pulls up again and sinks that runner, I'll tell you. Just call him Mr. Runner. And a 45-32 advantage for Buena. What Padilla lacks in height, he makes up for in talent. I'll tell you, he's a good basketball player. And once again, Buena in control with the ball. Let's do a little weave. Wombat, top of the key, gets it partially deflected. There comes Padilla with a rainbow shot off the front of the rim. And big number, Nicholas Molina with the rebound. 3-pointer from the right baseline short, and here comes Buena 2-on-1. Misses the layup, and Nogales comes away with it, and that's what we were talking about, Todd. You got to finish those uncontested layups going into the playoffs. Nogales trying to get the ball. He better get out of the paint. It's going to be a 3-second call. And turns it over. So Buena will get the ball back. There was a lot of camping in the lane in that possession by the Apaches.
I think you've got at least 10 points minimum of missed layups by the Colts.
Yeah,
tonight.
you got, man, if you're going to go deep in the AIA playoff, you got to finish those, especially the uncontested ones. That should be a 100% shot. Shot from the right wing by Brooks was short, but a whistle. And looks like they're going to go the other way in favor of the Nogales Apaches. 5:56 left, Todd, just under 6 minutes. 13-point lead for the Colts.
Big thank you to Dan the Man back at the studio producing the game tonight. Working on a Friday night.
Dan is the man. Doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, or jacks. He's on top of it.
Well, you know, he's also known as Doggo Lotto Dan, too.
Doggo
For the
Lotto
dog
Dan. I
club,
like
Doggo
it.
Lotto.
I like
By the
it.
way,
All right.
get your free numbers
That's right.
at our website, coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. And the drawing, or the dogs pick the numbers every Monday at 6 p.m., Bill.
Beautiful. Long three-pointer gets it for Nogales. 45-35 down to 10 points. And here come, let's see the Colts if they can answer. Right at the free throw line, up and in. Nice jump shot. Marlon Humes. And back to a 12-point lead, 45-35. Down deep inside to Nogales. They put it up and in. Once again, big number 40, Nicholas Molina, with the shot. Drive to the baseline, cut off nicely by the Apaches, but no good, as Jeremy Booker sinks it for their 50th point and a 13-point lead. So a nice three-pointer there by Booker. Trying to get down low, draw the contact. No call on the foul, but the ball went out of bounds, and Nogales will keep possession, underneath their own basket. Thought Welker was going to come back in, but he sits back down. And once again, Nogales with a basket. Adon Vasa Vilbaso with the shot. Buena with the drive right down the middle and draws the contact. He will go to the line for 2 shots. Saw the opening, took advantage, and right down the gut went to Avachuco. So he'll be lined up at the free throw line. 50-40, got a 10-point game. And still 4:16 left, plenty of time.
Yeah. Nogales still in this game.
Hanging in there. Nothing but net on the first free throw. 51-40. So are these rescue dogs on the Doggo Lotto, or?
Yeah, from the Nancy J. Bruja Animal Care Center. The dogs, there's 3 dogs, and then you can adopt them too. Of course, encourage that.
So does that mean that Dan is a rescue producer?
Kind of, yeah, I guess you could say that. Absolutely.
That's right.
But the numbers are free, and you can win up to $500 in cash and prizes every week, every Monday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Just go to our website, coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Of course, we put it up on our Facebook page, too.
Yeah, no, that's great. I've said many times I like dogs better than people anyways.
Yeah.
Second free throw off the mark, and Nogales comes away with their board. They got to hurry now. There's a lot of time, but they cannot have wasted possessions just like this one. Turnover for Buena. Missed layup once again, and back down the court, one-on-one, and they convert. Does Nogales. Three-pointer for Buena off the mark. Luckily, Welker there with the rebound, and kick it over to the right baseline. Whistles blow, and no call yet. Let me see. Look, I think they're going to call a foul.
It is back to a 9-point game now, Bill.
Yeah, still 3:43 left. Nogales has time. They just can't have wasted possessions. They have to either get an open shot or a good look or maybe a foul on every possession going forward. So Buena gets the ball back underneath their own basket. Three-pointer well off the mark. by Humes, and back come the Apaches. Let's see if they can convert. In the middle, high post. Kicks it back out to the right baseline. Fall away, just no good. Almost had a roll on it. And that's a walk by Buena. Brooks just got the ball hung up on his hip and ran like he was going downtown.
Yep.
So Buena turns the ball over once again. I'm kind of concerned about these missed layups, Todd, and these turnovers. They could have had a very easily blowout win, and Nogales hanging around, down by 9, coming up on 3:05. Turnaround jumper from the elbow, no good. And hit out of bounds by Buena. Ball will stay with Nogales. 3:04 on the clock. Inbounds to Vasobas. Shot and hustle play. Let's see if they can make Buena pay on this one. Swings it over top of the key into the high post, down low, nice pass, reverse layup. I don't think he was ready for that pass. And Buena clears the board and heads up court. Trying to settle it down. He got Wamba and Brooks up top. Now Wamba goes to the left baseline, drive to the basket. He's going to create the contact and get the foul. Avachuco will go to the line for 2 shots. 2:29 left to go in this one, 51-42. Buena trying to get back to a double-digit lead here. First one just sinks it, nothing but net. That's a pretty foul shot. Good form by Avachuco.
Yep. Didn't even touch the rim of the basket.
So 52-42. And second one off the mark. Gets the offensive rebound. Welker trying to do something with it. Kicks it back out to Brooks. Brooks with the drive. Kicks it over to the left baseline. Up goes the shot. Off the mark. Lazy pass by Nogales. And back again. Buena turns it over. So back and forth. Tapped on the turnover. Here comes Big Welker, and that's a fly. Nice job by Thomas Welker. Quickly down court. And Welker on defense with the block. I think he might have got a little bit of the arm, and that's what the officials are saying. 146 left. Saying. 146 left in this one, Todd. I think the glass slipper has slipped away from Nogales on this one. First point up and in.
Unfortunately, our video quality apparently dropped a lot. Apparently, the cell coverage must have went down a bit in the spot here, but game is almost over anyway. But
yeah. Second free throw is good. And here come the Colts with 1:40 left to go. Padilla kicks it over to the left baseline, over to, now they're going to go top of the key from Brooks. Padilla now settling things down a little bit. Takes a drive at the head fake. Nice, all the way to the bucket. No good, but he's going to go to the line for 2 shots as he drew contact. So it looked like Padilla was just kind of going to use some clock, a little head fake. He went right around the defender from Nogales, in for a layup, and was hit on the arm, so he'll get 2 shots. 54-44. First one up and in. So that extends the lead to 11 points now. 1:23 left to go. And a couple of subs come in for the Apaches. Padilla off the mark. Welker trying to get the rebound, but Nogales comes away with it. Long pass down court. And no good. But that thing rolled all the way around the rim. And timeout Dennis Baker with a $1:09 left on the clock and an 11-point lead. He's probably going to tell him, Todd, to probably start just using some clock on it. They don't need to score with a big lead like that. But even though it was an 11-point lead, it was actually more of a competitive game than the score indicates. Nogales kept hanging around, and they had flashes of brilliance. They had a little bit of problem with the Buena defense, not only on the press, but extending out in the half court. And credit to Coach Baker and the Colts for a really good defense this game. And they're going to come away with a victory and head over and play Desert View in Sierra Vista. Desert View in last place in the Southern Division 5A bracket.
And when is that game, Bill?
That, I believe, is Saturday. I'll have to check.
Oh, so they'd be back at it tomorrow.
Possibly. So foul called on the play. February 10th is the Desert View game. Here come the Colts. Right down the gut. Over to the side on a high-flying Jeremy Booker, but he could not convert. Did get the foul, and will go to the line for two. Once again, 55-44, under a minute left. 58.3 seconds to be exact.
February 10th would be a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, okay.
Buena.
And the Jaguars will come into Sierra Vista only to be the spoiler, really. And puts them up, both shots, 57-44. Nogales just trying to play out the string here, but still trying to play hard and get some points. Fall-away jumper, no good for about 18. Gets their offensive rebound, tries to draw the contact. No good, up and in, and finally a whistle. On the arm is the call. And Santiago Espindola at the line for the Apaches. 40.3 seconds left to go. First one a little off, and he'll get one more. And the next one looked like it slipped out of his hands, didn't draw anything, and the ball go over to Buena.
We're going to be covering Buena girls soccer, who has been undefeated this year and winning their region. The brackets will be out on Saturday, and we'll let you know when we'll be covering their first game in the playoffs next week.
Yeah, congratulations to the Lady Colts. And Nogales converts the basket, 57-46. Padilla for about 16, no good. And 12 seconds left on the clock. Buena's still playing tough defense. There's the drive. It's going to be the last shot of the game if he can get it off, but it goes off his foot. And Buena will have the ball with 3.4 seconds left to go. They'll just inbound it and hold it for the victory.
And
So,
there you have it.
that's going to do it here from Nogales, Arizona. Final score, the Buena Colts 57, the Nogales Apaches 46. Congratulations to Coach Dennis Baker and the Colts as they get primed up for their Tuesday night matchup against Desert View. Now that could be a trap game, because you don't want to look ahead to that Cienega game. They got to take care of business one more time, and then it'll be number one versus number two to finish out the season as it should be.
All right, Bill, thank you so much for joining us for Our live broadcast tonight here in Nogales.
Always.
Bill McCulloch from 520 Sports. And you can, folks, make sure you follow his Facebook page as well as YouTube channel as well.
Okay, we got some good shows coming up, and on the 14th, if I can just do a little plug, we have the National Football Foundation. This is statewide for any high school senior football player. We're trying to get them those scholarships for D2, D3, and NAIA. Show up at, first of all, go to National Football Foundation, or you can go to the 520 Sports Talk Facebook page. There is a QR code. Make sure you register, and it's an NFL-style combine. You're going to be timed in the 40-yard dash, the L run, the shuttle run. Big guys will be timed, or not timed, but we looked at with different types of combine exercises themselves. This will be our third year in a row that we've covered it, and we are the proud media platform for the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, headed up by former Arizona coach Tim Kish, who also coached linebackers at Oklahoma, and we all know about Oklahoma's linebackers, so Coach Kish knows what he's doing, and it should be a good time. But seriously, they've given away millions of dollars in scholarship funds over the course of the last 3 years, so you definitely do not want to miss this. Don't say, oh, it's Valentine's Day. This is your future. You got spring break and rodeo coming up, so you got some breaks from school, so this is a can't-miss situation.
All righty. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up here for tonight. Another nice win for the Buena Colts. Back again on Tuesday night for coverage. And you said the Cienega game, Bill, was that next?
I believe it's a week from today.
A week from today. Well, we'll have the Cienega game either way here on Cool FM Live.
Yeah, I will be there, and hopefully you're my camera guy.
You got it. Yep, we'll definitely be. That should be an interesting game and a big test for the Buena Colts on the season. Cienega in first place, the Colts in second place in the conference in the region here. Well, folks, have yourselves a great rest of your Friday night. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next Tuesday night for a broadcast here on Cool FM Live. So long, everybody.